Well, to quote somebody that used to call a lot of ball games, huh? You are looking live. That is correct. Central Lee High School at the softball diamond, where indeed, much like the Liberty game against Camp Point Central about a month ago, rain, and a lot of it. Matter of fact, I set up 2 cameras. One camera's decided not to work. I have no idea why. It's the way it goes. Anyway, it's your Uncle Phil O'Neill, Furious Rally Sports. How the heck are you? The fella's supposed to be playing baseball on the other side, and I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to get to a fella's game here this year. Just so happened that the softball schedule was going to fit mine. It's a long story anyway, but so you've got 2 teams today coming in. I believe, if I've got the records right, I got to look that stuff up. Let me kind of explain what happened with this real quick. This game was supposed to be played at 7 o'clock, but because of the storms potentially heading into the area, the game was moved up to approximately a 5:30 start. And I don't know if we're going to start at 5:30 because we have not seen any infield from either team. We've seen some warm-up pitching from both teams, and that's about it. So that's where we stand right now as far as that's concerned. Let me get some information here that I've brought up as far as this game is concerned. So give me just a second. Again, I didn't even have time to get lineups here tonight because of the situation. I'll play that as I go. I do have the rosters. Let's see. So let me get you some information here about the visiting Danville Bears. They're about, about 38 miles northeast of here towards Burlington. And so it's a little bit of a trip from the Halls, so I can understand why they wouldn't have just said, hey, we'll play this later, because they'll have to come back, right? Their head coach is Mackenzie Morris. They are 6-10, and their last outing they lost 3-2 to Lone Tree, and that was last night. Let me get some other info here. I've got my windows shut, but it's warm enough, or one of them anyway, but it is warm enough in the truck. It's kind of roasty because of that. Let me get some other info here for you. 15-3 is what I have Central Lee. I think that's correct. And gosh, I've got these stats. I had them all nice and bundled together. I'm like, this is going to go good. I even left early. Got a text from the athletic director here, Wes McGraw, about halfway up, about 3/4 way up here. He's like, yeah, they're going to start this game early. They switched the JV and the varsity games. So that's where we are here. So give me just a moment. Get a little more combobulated. There we go. So, again, Central Lee, the Hawks are 15-3 coming into this. Very similar team to kind of last year's. They are ranked 15 in Class 3A out of 5 classes in Iowa. They beat Pekin 3-1 last night. So there you have it. Again, this is a beautiful facility. Last time I came up here, I had technical issues and it was only a test. That was last season. If you hear me kind of wiping sweat off myself and rain, you know why. I got to wipe off the inside of my truck, too, as it's coming in on my driver's side door. It's all right. It's just water. But this is a beautiful facility here. You can kind of see the camera kind of wobbling in the rain, in the wind here just a little bit. It's going to do that. Not a whole lot I can do about that. I might try to make some changes to that in a little bit. Rain's starting to come down a little harder now. Let me kind of show you around the field here while we have an opportunity. Again, a rain delay of sorts here with Danville and Central Lee. I'm not sure we're going to get this thing in. No idea. It kind of looks like I suppose they could play, but yeah, I don't know. Hang on a second here. So anyway, that's kind of your center field shot there. Let's go to kind of the batter, pitcher, catcher thing. There you go. Kind of see in there to see how people are doing. Batting. Yeah, the wind's going to be a factor. Every game I ever do, it is a factor. The one camera I bought that was supposed to specifically fix this, and it worked fine when I tested last on Sunday, has decided to just ignore my commands and say, no, I'm not working. I'm just going to sit here. So we have the wobbly goblin to deal with still, the old camera. Anyway, there's your shot. That's the batter, pitcher, catcher. There would be a ground ball to the left side. There you go. Thrown over to first. Bang. Your outfield shot in left field is there. Your outfield shot in center is here. It goes back farther than that, so that's kind of a deep corner. If you can imagine looking into your lower left corner, that the fence kind of goes into that corner there. And now for the right field. By the by, because of last year, when I was at one of these games, like the game before that, someone had hit a line drive and drilled a windshield here. I brought some plastic to put on top of my windshield today. It's polycarbonate. It's supposed to be able to withstand a home run hit. However, it's not real good in the rain now, is it? So I can look out my windshield, but not real well. I'll just have to use the camera to pick up the shots. You see the Danville girls there are on the left side. They're in the dugout awaiting the situation. By the way, I don't know if I can bring in my microphone from home plate. I'm sure it's drenched by now and is real happy that there you go. So you can hear that at home plate. That'll pick up the balls and strikes and the ball being hit. That is if we ever get to this game at this point. Let's take a look here if I can. There you can see the Danville girls in the dugout kind of awaiting the situation. And I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, okay, and then we go to the right, and there's, whoops, a little too far there. There's the Central Lee ladies waiting. And, yeah, the camera's going to be bobbly. It's just the wind, folks. Not much I can do about that. Suppose I could go out and do something with it. What's happening is one of the network cables is kind of blowing things around. I might be able to go stabilize that. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can do that. Again, Phil O'Neill, Furious Rally Sports. We are streaming live from Central Lee High School with Central Lee taking on the Danville Bears in softball. Iowa, the only state in the union that plays their high school baseball and softball in the summer. I think it's pretty cool. I kind of like that. Anyway, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to try to go get that camera a little more stable, okay? Hold on a minute. I'm going to get wet doing it, but oh well. So, once again, that's it. That's all. It gets rained out here at Central Lee. I make a trip for nothing. Wow. Well, got all set up and everything was kind of ready. So I will check to see when this one will be rescheduled, but for sure the 24th I will be up here with the West Burlington Notre Dame game here at Central Lee High School. So signing off, we'll get something good to eat somewhere. This is Phil O'Neill from Furious Rally Sports. We will catch you next time up here at Central Lee. I'll bet it won't rain next time, will it? I don't think so. Bye for now.